years ago, or 3 actually, I was living at my mom's house, and Marilyn would visit me. She was very worried that I was gonna choke in my sleep. Very specifically choking on my saliva, choking because I couldn't have the function to swallow. She would tell me this. She was so concerned. That was 3 years ago, and now I have dysphagia, and I am waking up, gasping for breath, and I have choked on some chips the other night, but if I had taken pills or something, that probably would have happened, and now it's happening. And her other big thing with me that she tried to talk to me about was a lot of men courting me, and not just like, it was almost as if she knew that I had been dating other people, not just boyfriends and dating. She just kept talking about, being in Hollywood and dating in Hollywood and the pressures of directors and producers and, sexual abuse with that. And she just kept, it's almost like she was trying to let me know that had happened with me. And, at that point, I had no idea about some of the sex scandals that had happened with me and actors and virtual reality and stuff like that. No idea. I had no idea, what had and hadn't happened. And she just kept trying with those themes. So I do feel very confident that I spoke with her, and of course Ernie. Ernie comes and goes, but being psychic, I have no idea if I am. I have no idea. I know, I don't know what people think about me. I know I feel God's anger. And I feel it very intensely sometimes. The other night I was choking on a chip, and I felt his anger come up through me, and the scripture about the day of Pentecost came up, about how he'll make footstools of your enemies. Right as I was choking, my face was inflamed. First time I've ever choked on food. I feel God's fury, his anger, his huge anger, with my health, with my situation. And I guess a lot of people would be like, well, why hasn't he freed you? Or, and obviously there's a lesson happening right now. I have no idea if I have any special powers or anything like that. I don't know. All I'm telling you is what I've experienced. If anyone has ever really harmed me, it physically evolves somehow, like a poltergeist or something, and it's very strange, and it probably would seem unfair to somebody else, but so it is a very weird life I live in. My brain is very abstract because of the heavy metals, and my spine. It's really disabling, and I, of course, don't read experiences very well with people. I don't understand, danger, Will Robbins, stranger danger, like most people would, and I think that's partially autism. So it is hard, but I'll never, I have no idea if I have any psychic powers or anything like that. have had some really spiritual experiences even before the last couple of years that were very, felt supernatural or knowing things. And, but I don't know. That would have to be something for the audience to tell me. You know, I'm very proud of my parents, even though I am in this situation. I am very much like my mom and my father in many ways, and not even knowing them, I know that. It is hard to be here and be sick. And now that I know that everyone's just clones of me, I'm very disinterested, you know, in getting to know anyone. Or it just all feels very gross. You know, that's another clone of me, or another interpretation of me. It feels very disingenuous, and a huge letdown to not feel that anyone loves me or cares about me. I would love to know what directors did what in my life. The choices with my eyes, and the choices, you know, I'd love to know some of those things. Obviously, maybe there's directors I'll never know their names. And you know, if anything comes about of any of this, I really just hope it's just huge lessons for humanity. You know, some we didn't expect, some we wanted, and I just, you know, there's no excuse to hurt somebody for any effect or cause. For theater, for film, there's no excuse. I know I'm sick. I know I'm getting sicker. I don't know why someone didn't, like a couple years ago, just say go to Canada or go to Sweden or something. You know, that would have saved a lot of heartache, toil, and abuse in my life. No, I don't think any man cares about me or loves me, and it's pretty sad. But I'm gonna get off here. I'll maybe talk about some of that tomorrow, how disappointed I am in that. It's really disappointing. If I am supposed to be some very special saint, you would think that there would be a reflection of that somewhere out there for me, waiting for me, or that would have that earnesty of respect, and especially if I'm sick and being tortured all the time and miserable, to not know that anyone reflects that or gets that seems very selfish to me. You know, no one's making as huge sacrifices as I am. So, please continue to pray, and if you've seen something supernatural or unique in my life, I'm glad you have. I wouldn't know. I know that things are very supernatural in my life. I feel them, I experience them, but I don't know if my viewers do. I don't know if they're allowed to see some of the graphic content, detail, or the trippy stuff. You know, I don't know. And, you know, I don't know if my directors, yeah, they may be agnostics or atheists or just like, what the fuck, you know, kind of thing. But it definitely makes you step back and say, something is going on. Should we test this God that is so angry right now? Obviously, God is angry. I don't think he's angry with my parents or anything. I think he's angry. And, you know, when I have people that come up to me, you know, and I know they're doing it to hurt me or upset me, I can't tell you how infuriating and how upset it makes me, but I think it's also the fury of God. You know? So you know, so politely, safely get me to Canada or to Sweden and be the end